It's Nolan.
I got started with music. I was probably like 8 or 9 years old. My older brother, who's 5 years older than me, he was already rapping at the time. And basically, I was just following my older brother for real. I always had a passion for music. I was listening to it and learning all of the songs on the radio, but I didn't know how you actually created music. I didn't know about the process of writing songs or anything like that. I wrote poetry in school, but actually having somebody in my family that was doing it first, and he challenged me to try it out. So that really kind of like put the battery in my back. And, you know, from my first round, which I don't remember, he was very supportive. So I think that's what definitely gave me the fuel. Like, he didn't say that I was garbage, even though of course it's my first rap at 8 years old. But from there, I wanted to just keep impressing my big bro. And then once I got to about his age, when I was watching him at 13, I decided to really take it seriously. I started actually showcasing my skills to my friends, and, you know, that's high school era. So now we're doing ciphers outside. I kind of became known at my school as a rapper, as an artist. I was passing out mixtapes throughout my high school years. I got in the yearbook as most talented from, you know, showcasing my skills around the school. The vice principal used to actually host rap battles with me and my friends. So had a lot of support from early on, and that gave me all the fuel that I needed. That actually carried me to where I am now.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Why my camera look like it's so far left? Hold on, y'all give me a second to reposition my shit here. I bet. Now, the intro that y'all just saw, y'all know y'all are used to me playing music, but that is actually a scene or an excerpt from an interview that I did with a platform called We Create TV. And that show is called Sync Masters. For anybody that's unfamiliar with the world of sync, I've talked about it a little bit before, but that's getting your music played in TV, film, video games, advertisements, etc. That's something I have a lot of experience in. I've taught artists about that. That whole entire episode is about an hour long. It teaches you about my journey in music, getting into the sync world, and how to actually write music for sync, or at least to get the mindset of how I do it. You know what I'm saying? So if you enjoy that, and if you want to check out the full thing, I'll have the link in the comments. I'll drop it in there. All you got to do is join We Create Music TV. It's a free membership, and you can check out the rest of the interview. We're going to go ahead and get into the show, though. Today, we're going to be talking about Justin Timberlake and his arrest. Oh, my God. What the fuck? We're going to be talking about Ice Spice. I guess she kind of took my advice. She kind of tapped into her Nicki bag and decided to put a little snippet out there, a little snip. So we're going to talk about that. We got Monaleo, Houston rapper, who was able to go out and perform and open up for Megan Thee Stallion on the Houston stop for the Hot Girl Summer Tour. She documented that process and talked about it. So we're going to play the video of her talking about that experience, because, you know, I'm an artist at heart. My allegiance is typically with artists, people that are trying to accomplish their dreams and do everything. That's why I advocate for people to put out the best music they possibly can, and my loyalty is to that. But I'm gonna play that because I think it's really inspiring. And you know, she said she was a hottie since 2018, so she's literally having a full circle moment. So we're gonna play that, and then we're gonna get into this viral pop the balloon situation that happened over the course of the last week with this buff nigga that came out who was on that show. He's been going viral. There's been a lot of discourse around his episode. He's claiming that he's now been fired from his job on the heels of that episode coming out. I don't know if I believe all that bullshit, but you know, we're going to talk about it because one of his ex-girlfriends done came out and aired out some information about his ass. Whoa, shit. But let's start with JT, shall we? And we talking about Justin Timberlake, not JT from the City Girls. Okay? So, Justin Timberlake has been busted for DWI and other traffic violations in Sag Harbor. Okay, Justin Timberlake was busted for allegedly driving drunk in the Hamptons early Tuesday after blowing a stop sign and swerving out of his lane. You got to stay in your lane, my boy. They're saying under his breath to the cop, this is going to ruin the tour. I didn't even know the nigga was on tour. But they say the sexy back singer who's 43 years old, who was in the middle of a world tour. Oh, I ain't even know about all that shit, man. I ain't been keeping up with his ass. They say he's been in the middle of a world tour, including dates in the Big Apple next week. Oh, so he's supposed to perform out there next week. He was pulled over in Sag Harbor, LI, I'm guessing that's Long Island, just after midnight and charged with driving while intoxicated and cited for running a stop sign and failure to keep in his lane. He told arresting officers he had just one martini and I followed my friends home while refusing 3 times to take a breathalyzer test. A witness at the bar told the Post, this is from the New York Post, by the way, that he was wasted. White boy wasted, literally. And even picked up someone else's drink from the table and downed that bit when the owner went to the bathroom. The owner as in the owner of the drink. They say when the man came back, Timberlake was drinking his drink. The guy goes, Justin, that's my drink. Bitch, I'm rich. I'll get you another one. You want 10? What you want, a whole nother? Come on, man. Fuck it. They say Timberlake, a married dad of 2 who has acknowledged previous issues with excessive drinking, never knew about that, attempted to pass field sobriety tests, which he failed miserably, according to court documents. The singer, a former Kitty, come on, don't do him like that. A former Kitty Mouseketeer on the Mickey Mouse Club, appeared in court later in the morning looking rough in a black baseball cap, gray graphic t-shirt with live circuit on it, and a black short sleeve button up, and was released without bail. I mean, JT sound like he was looking like how I look every day. I can't even say shit. He faces up to a year in Suffolk County Jail if convicted on the DWI rap, but experts told the Post that sentence is highly unlikely because he has no prior criminal record. And the charge will likely be reduced, and Timberlake will be sent off with a $500 fine and a 90-day suspension of his license in the state of New York. God. Sources said that before the debacle, Timberlake was having dinner with a bunch of friends at the posh American hotel where a standard martini goes for $21.50 a pop at its Old War bar. Who gives a fuck how much the drinks cost? That nigga rich. The hotel is a 2-minute walk from the local police station. Timberlake, whose star actress wife Jessica Biel was in Manhattan to film a movie, according to sources, had been spotted playing golf at the ritzy Long Island club The Bridge over the weekend. The golf club counts Jay-Z among its members. Who gives a fuck? Jay wasn't there. But you fucking up her shooting her shit. They say Timberlake drove away from the hotel in a 2025 gray BMW around 12:15 a.m. and almost immediately blew the stop sign. He was pulled over by cops on patrol outside the charming hotel, a celebrity haunt, where rooms can run up to $625 a night. Who gives a fuck about these prices? This nigga rich. Y'all petty as shit, New York Post. They say he went to dinner with friends. There were cops stationed outside where he was having dinner. He pulled out and they pulled him over for a traffic violation immediately. They say the stop sign that Timberlake allegedly blew through is notorious for having drivers miss it. The cop who pulled over the 10-time Grammy winner was so young that he didn't even know who JT was. Say he didn't recognize him or his name. Again, Timberlake says this is going to ruin the tour. The cop said, what tour? Shit, me and the cop in the same boat today. JT says the world tour. The world tour. I don't give a fuck about your tour, nigga. You ran a stop sign. He didn't show any entitlement at all, they say. Sources said Timberlake appeared glassy-eyed and smelled of alcohol. Now, that ain't all I heard. Y'all going down easy on this motherfucker, man. They said he had all type of narcotics on him. Where is that at? NY Post, where's the additional information about the narcotics? Cause we got this here that says he had traces of Molly, poppers, Truvada, and cocaine in his bloodstream. Where is all that at? Or is these niggas lying? New York Post, y'all trying to say that, man? I need the real. Or is these social media motherfuckers lying? Something ain't adding up, man. CNN, y'all gonna give me something better? Something better. That's fucked up, ain't it? Something better is more details on this nigga lack of sobriety. That's interesting. The social media posts say he had all this shit in his system, but yet all of the reputable documentation has no mention of it. I think that's interesting. So either they lying or that other information is being covered up. That's what I need to know before we move on with the rest of the show. Somebody got to tell me what the fuck going on. Daily Mail has a very long article here that we would be here all day if I read it. But they talk about his history with using stimulants. But that's not related to this particular incident. I find that to be interesting. I find that to be very interesting. So who put this out? Oh man, don't tell me it's Lipstick Alley. Don't tell me that's where they're putting this, getting this extra curricular activity from. Justin Timberlake allegedly had traces of Molly, poppers, Truvada, and coke in his bloodstream following his DWI arrest in New York. Poppers are a group of chemicals that people breathe in, inhale to get high. These party drugs are typically made with ammonitrate or other similar substance. People sniff nitrate vapors to get a fast feeling of euphoria or muscle relaxation, oftenly during mostly gay sexual interaction. Wow, never know about that one. I don't use no type of drugs, by the way, so some of this shit be new to me. I've heard of it, but I never knew what it really was. Truvada is emtricitabine tenofovir, which is sold under the brand name Truvada, among others. It's a fixed dose of combination antiretroviral medication used to treat and prevent HIV/AIDS. Whoa. It contains medications. I can't pronounce all this shit. But I think I have seen some Truvada commercials on goddamn Hulu. Cause they be having some, I don't know who the fuck be buying them Hulu ads, but they be having all type of shit, man. They be having all type of shit on there that I don't be interested in with them ads. Whatever, man. They say he only gonna go off with a $500 fine and a suspended license, so Y'all made this shit, y'all motherfuckers online made this shit seem like it was way worse. Let's get the fuck off of his ass. Oh man, he ain't bringing sexy back with that one. All right, let's get into Ice Spice. Just yesterday, and unfortunately, I recorded the video on Monday. It was supposed to come out Monday, but it came out yesterday. Talking about Ice Spice and how she needed to learn and how to step her rap game up. I was talking about how she needed to learn another flow. I was talking about how Riot, her producer / alleged boyfriend, need to learn how to make some other types of beats. Need to diversify their portfolio with this music shit. I said, hey, has Nicki Minaj not taught you shit in the time that you was around her? And just as I said that shit and was not allowed to put that video out when I intended to, she came out later and said, shut the fuck up, J Nolan. I'ma give you the Nicki shit. So let's get into Ice. Cause she got a little snippet doing her motherfucking thing.
Name got the bitch gagging. Hit the bench, I've been tagged in. Bitch, you lost, throw the flag in. Stay on a jet, but ain't lagging. Got these bitches copying my posts. Got these bitches biting on my flows. Like ballerinas, keep them on their toes. And I really write like fuck a ghost.
Alright, so that's Ice Spice. Okay? So she tried to tap into her Nicki vibe. She got the, you know what I mean? She got the wig with the bob, you know what I'm saying? The bob was bobbing. She's doing everything orange, ain't she? God damn. Stick to the brand, goddamn. But she upgraded the style. She did the mink sleeves and shit. She really went full Minaj. What the fuck is going on? That's not what I asked you to do. But it's actually an improvement. It's not good in my estimation. I heard some people saying that they felt like it sounded like a banger. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all and say it is. She's just not really good. But is it an improvement? I will say that much. So at least we know she went from trash to, you know, them Kroger bags where you put you know that Kroger bag where you lazy as fuck. You put the Kroger bag on your door handle and you still be putting trash in it. It's not trash, but it's a waste bag on your ah shit. At this point, niggas gonna say I'm bullying this girl, and I'm really not. But do we got the lyrics? Cause she was I will admit she stepped up the rap a little bit. All right. Do we got the Ice Spice snippet lyrics? Nah, I don't want to think you the shit. I don't want that. I want the snippet for the new shit. For the lyrics. She said some shit like hit the bench I've been tagged in. Something like that. Got these copying my pose, got them biting my flows. I don't think Sexy Red took too nicely to you saying people is copying your pose. Cause she came out and said she the blueprint for all you and she sick of it. I'm under the belief I'm tired of all you Mimi ass motherfuckers. All y'all know how to do is goddamn get on stage and bend over and twerk your little funky booty and shit and think you gonna get the job done. Cut that shit out, man. And ain't nothing wrong with twerking, ain't nothing wrong with having fun. But if you ain't got no talent behind it, I am not here for the theatrics. Okay? That's where I stand on it. But it was cool. The beat sounded outdated like fuck if we're gonna keep it all the way real. Just cause you gotta, and that shit was still kind of drilly. Y'all scaled back the drill. I get it. But y'all definitely went back to like 2014 with that beat. You might as well have rapped on Kanye, Jay-Z, Ham for that one. I'm sorry, mediocrity will not be championed over here on inside the industry. Just gotta keep it a bean. Who's biting your flow? We'd love to know that one too. And she said, I really write like fuck a ghost. So she said, I ain't got no ghost writers. You know, her mentor is gonna at least like that line, but I don't think it's gonna save you. You out here trying to be Nicki coded when Baby Storm already outed your ass for talking shit about her. I think you should have did this a year ago. Today, it seems like a reach. It seems like desperation. Seems like those nightmares where you're trying to punch the villain and the shit just, it's like your hand be going in quicksand chest. But, you know, wish her all the best, though. I just want her to get good. That's all I'm saying. I just want her to get good at what she doing. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to hear nobody come around here talking about punching down on the ladies, because I don't see the women as being down. I cover music. I cover men and women. So if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. Okay? And I want to send a big shout out to Miss Erin, aka Cole. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. For the contribution to the channel. Where do we go from here? Miss Monaleo. Let's go ahead and get into her experience at the tour. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to some good shit, some happy shit, some feel good shit, you know? Cause I don't be wanting to go in on everybody, man, but everybody just ain't fire like that. I gotta be honest when I speak on things.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Good morning. So today is a very, very important day. So Megan Thee Stallion is bringing me out today in Houston for her tour, and I'm so excited. I've been a Megan Thee Stallion fan since I was in high school, literally.
Ain't nobody got up on their tiptoes and roll to the tip like me. Hey.
So I'm gonna take y'all to get ready with me today and just take y'all through the whole experience, because I feel like this is gonna be one of those moments for me that I will always remember, and I'm so grateful. Megan, thank you so much for calling me to do this. Literally honored. If you don't know, I do my own makeup for all my shows, music videos, everything. I'm going full glam. She has all of her guests coming up through the floor. There's like this big, huge jumbo screen that everybody sees you on. So I want to make sure that the makeup really, really, really eats for that look. The funny thing is, though, my mom does not know that we are going to this concert. Called her last night and I was like, oh, make sure you're dressed for like a comedy club concert type thing. I just made up a whole lie. So she thinks we're going to a comedy club tonight. She has no idea. She's gonna be here in like the next 30 minutes. So I can't wait to see her reaction. I'm not gonna tell her until we literally pull up to the arena. I already know she's probably gonna cry because she's always crying. I'm just like her. We're literally twins. She's just so proud of me, and just be able to do experiences like this for my family is just something I could have never dreamed of. So I'm about to call my mom and just make sure we're tracking. Nux, say hi. Hey mom, what you doing?
Just to go to the nail shop. What you doing?
We have to leave at 5.
I have to get up there and go.
Mama, go ahead and go.
I can't go to that thing, Lee.
What thing?
I can't. You talking about tonight? I can't go to that.
Why? Mama, it's a girls' night. This is something I'm trying to do for you for your birthday. You're like ruining it. All right, y'all, so we got a dilemma. My mom is insinuating that she doesn't want to go to the comedy club. I'm thinking I should just tell her, like, actually, we're not going to the comedy club. We're going to the Meg concert. Like, do you still want to go? Small little bump in the road, but it's okay. I'm going to finish my makeup, come back, show y'all the full hair, makeup, outfit, ensemble, and then boom, we're going to the show. So we're not going to a comedy club. I got to tell you, because you're going to just keep flaking on me. We're going to the Meg concert. Okay, y'all, so here is the hair. All right, y'all, so my mom's here. I'm doing her makeup right now. We're going to the Megan Thee Stallion concert. Should be fun. We got good seats, so. I just finished my mom's makeup. We finna get dressed, and then we headed to the Megan show.
Hot girl, I do hot shit.
Come on. Yeah. Hey, hey, hey.
They got me in that.
So while we were backstage waiting on the show to start, one of Megan's sound engineers came back to give me the run of show, and this is where my mom starts to put two and two together. Y'all, look at her face. She's completely in shock. This is the moment she finds out.
Up the lift.
You know, I just found out when you just like a total right now.
So I had to tell her a little bit earlier than expected, but it's okay because her reaction was still so priceless. This was such a beautiful, wholesome experience. Megan, thank you so much for having me. After we left the show, we ended up going to like a little after party. My mom had a good time. I was there with all my friends and family, and everybody was just so proud of me. So thank you again, Megan, for giving me this opportunity.
You see, that what I be talking about when you make likable content, when you come out and just be your motherfucking self. You're not putting on for nobody. You ain't trying to prove nothing. You just being genuine. Just being honest and real. That's what I'm talking about. That's what makes people like you. That's what makes people buy into you, right? You ain't got to put on no extra goddamn A1 sauce when the steak is already good. But motherfucker don't be wanting to hear me though. Okay? So shout out to Megan for making her dream come true. Shout out to Monaleo. Your mama almost flaked out on you. Say, I ain't going to no goddamn comedy show. I don't think I want to do that for my birthday. She heard about that Megan, so she said, I just got to be ready for it. I just got to, hold on now. I think I can make it. Fuck that comedy shit. I'm with mama. Okay. But looks like they had an amazing time. She got to see her daughter on stage rocking that motherfucking crowd in front of them thousands of people. Sold out. All right. So that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. And yeah, I want to see her continue to win, see her continue to come up and make her mark on the game. I didn't really know who she was. I first heard her name maybe a year or two ago. I'm not saying I didn't know who she was when this came out. I'm saying I didn't know who she was not too long ago. And I got familiar. I think she was a Cash App Studios winner from Tidal and like Rock Nation. And I think they invested in something into her, some money. And then her name started circulating a little bit after that. And then she did that cypher with Lotto and them earlier this year. So shout out to her. Now, next up, we're getting off music. Yeah, we're getting off music. We finna get into this goddamn viral Pop the Balloon episode. Because there's some shit going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up. It's this guy, muscle bound nigga, goddamn steroid looking ass nigga, man. He went on the show and he was on there to try to find love. If y'all are not familiar with the Pop the Balloon shit, it's basically like 5-6 little people, you know what I'm saying? It could be men, it could be women. They switch it up. And then you have a contestant that goes on there and they basically decide if they like the contestant, right? So if you're interested in them, you keep your balloon. If you're not interested, you don't like how they look, you don't like how they talk, you don't like their personality, they vibe, you pop the balloon, you eliminate yourself from the runnings, right? And then that contestant from whomever is left, they get to try to choose a match. I'm just running this down for people that may not watch this type of content because I know I have a variety of different viewers that have different interests and have different barometers of what reaches them on a daily basis. Okay? So on this one, we got this old swole ass man. And a lot of people on social media are accusing him of being quote unquote sassy. When I first saw some of these clips, I wasn't too mad about what he was saying. And the reason why I wasn't is because I've seen numerous episodes of this show where women go on the show and they berate the men and clown them and make them look bad, make them look stupid, talk about them all types of ways. So I'm like, this is one of the few occasions where a man actually went on there and wasn't like, just accepting whatever. But he did get a little carried away in moments where it's like, all right, bro, you ain't got to go back and forth like that so much. By the end of it, it was looking crazy. It was looking bad. It was looking sad. and he was doing a lot of back and forth with the ladies. All right. He did end up going home with a match, but we'll get to that in a moment. Let's go ahead and pull it up, shall we?
All right, if we can have your name and age and why you popped your balloon.
Hi, my name is Karma. I'm 24.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to say the pop in the balloon proper. Got you. For me, it just did not work. I didn't feel like I had chemistry or I wasn't fully attracted to you, and I feel like that counts if we are going to be going through a dating show, you know?
Yes, the feeling is definitely mutual. So that's okay. Yeah. Thank you. You did me a favor.
You know, absolutely. Yeah. I'm glad you have a great day.
Thank you, Queen. You too.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead. All right, we got to pop over.
Hold on. This nigga stay talking about, y'all gonna see in a minute. That nigga stay talking about something, the feeling is mutual. That nigga say that shit so many fucking times, bruh. And you did me a favor. Shit, looking like a goddamn Mike Tyson movie. Auditioneer.
Here, if we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
Hi, my name is Jara. I'm 22.
Okay, and why did we end up popping our balloon?
The comment you made, didn't really. I like a more humble person. That's the one that responds. So, defensive-ish. Yeah, that's really it. I didn't really necessarily like how
that's
you
fine.
responded.
Hey, I could just, all I can do is be honest, you know?
Yeah, be honest.
I
be your
came
authentic
over here
self. That's okay.
to find a match
Sure.
that wasn't matching. That's
Sure,
all, Queen.
I 100% understand.
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
Sure.
And now is she someone that's your type?
She all right, you know. You're not really my type. I don't mean to be disrespectful.
No disrespect.
You know, but if I seen you in public, I wouldn't reach out to.
Totally fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. And we did get a pop balloon over here. Your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
I'm Lex, and I'm 23, and I popped my balloon because I feel like you could be a tad bit disrespectful, like how you, like, I don't know, arrogant a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, just that.
Well, voicing my opinion is not arrogant, you know. She asked me if she would be a good fit for me. If I like what I see, you know, it's contrary to the truth. So
of course.
That's all I can do is just state what I see. That's not a good look for me. That's all, Queen. But thank you. You did me a favor as well.
Yeah. Also, what I have to say is it's not what you say. This is what I mean by what I said. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't feel like he's being out of line. I think he's defending himself, yes. But, I mean, they're also giving them... Yeah, I mean, I think this show is constructed upon a back and forth of critique, right? I mean, they don't do this just for the health. This shit is entertainment. So I don't feel like he's out of line, but I do understand somebody feeling like he may be arrogant or feeling himself in that moment. But based on me actually seeing other episodes of this show, I don't feel like he's doing too much. I just think he may have a strong personality that other folks may not fuck with. I mean, he's being as respectful as he can be by saying what he want. You know what I'm saying? Nigga said it's contrary to the truth. Oh, but I know it's gonna be some motherfuckers mad at him, so you know, it is what it is.
Could have rephrased a lot of the things that you have been saying to me as well as the other girls differently, but that's all I have to say.
But one thing about me is I'm not gonna change who I am
Of course.
to fit somebody else's liking. You know, I'm just gonna tell it how it is. If you're not it, that's not it. You know,
Cool.
The one that is it, I'm gonna let it be known.
Okay.
Now, when he said I ain't gonna change who I am, I said, that's where you're losing, my nigga. Everybody know when a motherfucker say I'm not gonna change who I am to get it. You don't take advice very well. You know what I mean? Yeah, you a hard-headed motherfucker, man. You be manipulating some shit. You know what I'm saying? So when he said that, I knew what it was. But up to that point, I wasn't too mad at it.
You know, for surely, yes.
Respectful.
Okay. All right. Your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
Brianna, 26. My eyes are up here, baby. Are you looking at the tattoo?
No, I'm looking at the hair on your arms. You know,
women I deal with, they don't have hair on their arms.
Don't do too much.
Hey, I'm just being honest,
Don't do
Queen.
too much.
You know, I don't like that. That's all I was looking at. You trying to say if I'm looking at particular body parts,
You just wasn't looking at my
that's not
eyes.
what it is.
That's
No, I was
all
looking at the hair on your
Anyways,
arms, Queen.
she asked me the question.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in.
See, this is the thing. He's been made out to be a complete villain. And for the record, I don't find no type of identification of myself in this nigga. But the thing is, she was about to answer the question. She diverted her thought midway to address what she thought he was doing. Talking about something. Are you looking at my tattoo? Because she got a tattoo, I think, in between her breast, which you wore it out. So, I mean, he didn't comment on it. He didn't say anything salacious towards you. He might have just been looking. But he wasn't. Nigga said, I was just looking at the hair on your arms, ma'am. Oh my God. You try to catch him in the middle of looking at your tatas. He looking at your fasas. Your follicles. And I feel like she just didn't like the fact that he had a comeback. You wanted to try to call him out. He had a comeback. So some of this stuff to me was admissible. All right. That's me.
Heels and you ain't tall enough.
Okay.
Don't do too much.
Well,
though.
you're not qualified, baby.
All right,
so that's
cool.
all good.
Let's move on. Okay. So we do still have 3 unpop, but she looking like you gonna pop? Okay. Okay. All right. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
My name is Jacqueline. I'm 25. I popped because I have hair on my arms.
Hey, just because you got hair on your arms, that's okay though, Queen. You look phenomenal though.
Thank you.
You know, she ain't fit to my liking. She ain't even fit to Hey, excuse me, Queen. I'm talking to this woman right here. Oh, well, I could look anyway. I could look anyway I want to. You know?
Again, I feel like homegirl in a red dress is being more combative than anything. He's trying to offer an explanation. She want to jump into the conversation, man. I know she may not like what he has to say, but homegirl in the pink, she popped because she got insecure about the hair on her arms after he made that comment. Like, oh, you clearly not gonna like me then. Shit, fuck it. He like, shit, nah, I ain't saying all that. You know, you look good with your hair on your arm, but on this one, it didn't really strike me like that. She want to try to jump back in. He was off you. He was off you. He was just giving an explanation to the other one. So that's my whole thing assessing this situation. And I'm not one of these guys that's out here. I know it's a lot of niggas out there that's woo, 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 get them. That ain't really what I'm on. But I just feel like any other time when the shoe is on the other foot, when it's a woman evaluating 5'6" dudes, they get to talk about niggas with their shoes being dirty, they too tall, they too small, they too fat, they too this, your attire ain't right, all of these different things. But when this guy comes on here and he voices his opinion, everybody calls him the scum of the earth. I didn't really think that was all right. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I saw it.
But yeah, can y'all give her balloon back though?
She don't want it.
Yeah, do you want your balloon back, Queen? We're not talking to you, sweetheart.
Okay.
You already been, I already let you know. I'm not interested in. You got more hair on your arms than me, baby. But anyways. Hey, just because you got hair on your arms, that's okay though, Queen. You look phenomenal though.
Thank you.
You know, she ain't fit to my liking. She ain't even fit to Hey, excuse me, Queen. I'm talking to this woman right here. Oh, well, I could look anyway. I could look anyway I want to. You know? But yeah, can y'all give her balloon back though?
She don't want it.
Yeah, do you want your balloon back, Queen? We're not talking to you, sweetheart. You already been, I already let you know. I'm not interested in. You got more hair on your arms than me, baby. But anyways.
Okay, so he's saying get your balloon back, but how you feeling him?
I'm not gonna get my balloon back.
Okay.
All right, no problem. So we do still have 2 balloons.
Yeah.
Now I thought it was funny. She said, "I don't want the balloon back." She like, you done did too much. You done got them. I might have got it back 35 seconds ago. But the exchange you just had with this young lady, I think I'm good. I think I've seen enough, which I understand that as well. Let's keep the show rolling.
Yes.
Do we still have two balloons? No. Okay, let's go over here. I saw you hesitate. That's why I had to ask. So if we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
My name is Kayla. I'm 23. Originally, I was not going to pop my balloon because I know a lot of them popped it because he was being, I guess, arrogant. But to me, I like my man that's not going to sit in every girl's face and, you know, complimenting them, you know? So I didn't find that offensive to me. But when they started that, what was going on, I'm very, like, I don't want to say I'm argumentative, but I don't want my man to argue back with me because then I feel like it's going to always be a problem. That was the only reason why I popped my balloon, because I was just like, dang. But then.
See, stuff like that, I don't be liking. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I don't be liking stuff like that. You say I'm not gonna say I'm argumentative, but I don't like a man to argue back with me. Now, I understand you don't want to have constant conflict, but a lot of times when people have those sorts of expectations in a romantic relationship, and again, I'm not a relationship channel or anything like that, but I feel like you want somebody that's just gonna roll with the punches that you set the standard for, right? You want a nigga that's gonna tap out because you feel so strongly about something. He should stop giving a fuck and just give in. That's what I received when she said that. You know what I mean? Like, you like a nigga that's not too nice to other women, but you want the nigga to kind of be a pushover to what it is that you want at all times. That's kind of what I was receiving from that comment. You know what I mean? Some of y'all may see it differently, but I know there's a lot of men out there that can identify. And I'm talking about decent stand-up men too, that can identify with, like, hey, it got to be a give and take here. It can't always be just because you feel some type of way about something, it's supposed to go for you. All right? We was put on this earth to walk amongst the shit together.
With me, you kind of got a little bit catty with me. You a little sassy just a little bit. And since you want to come at everybody over here, I'm going to get at you too. You kind of look like a Ninja Turtle. You're not that cute. You need to relax. You stocky as hell, and I was trying to be respectful, but like you was really coming out like I didn't like it. I'm from the South, and I can handle like a lot of criticism and stuff like that. But the way you was coming, you just acting like you got it all like that. And I guarantee you probably got a roommate at home, and it's just not giving anymore.
Yeah. Well, let me say this, Queen. I'm a licensed plumber.
So I do real estate and property management.
I live downtown.
So what you do
I live downtown. I stay by myself, Queen. You know, and you're not even qualified to be even dealing with me.
You say everybody not qualified.
You definitely not. You know, if anything, it was one of these two. I wasn't even looking your way. You
and
ain't
the one
my
that
type.
you wanted popped
if I
up
seen, that's fine.
So
That's totally fine. Okay. But one thing about me, I could pull 100,000 on the bank. Can you do the same?
Get this man
you can't
off
do
camera
that.
right
You can't do that though, baby. Yeah, in a real way. You can't do that though, Queen.
All right. If we can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Esther. I'm 23.
Okay. And Esther, you still have your balloon unpopped. Why so?
Are you done?
Oh yeah, I'm done with the rest of that.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, now we can talk, right?
In a real way.
Okay. What do you look for?
What
are you looking for?
A woman, like I said, that's not going to be promiscuous. A woman that's going to be consistent. A woman that has a career and things going for herself. Because I had the same thing going for myself.
Okay.
You know, as well. I don't need a woman to give me her money or anything. I'm just looking for devotion and some loyalty. That's all. And some honesty.
Do you believe in God?
Oh, certainly. Yes, ma'am. I'm a God-fearing man. I practice monotheism. You know, I won't tell you what I identify as religion-wise, but we can get to that at a later date and time, you know, if you choose to leave here with me.
Okay. Do you know the Bible says that love is kind?
Yes, certainly.
Are you here for love, or are you here to just insult
I'm trying to create a family, you know.
Okay.
That's what I aspire to do.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
You're good?
Sure, we're good.
Oh, okay. All right. Any questions for her?
No, not at all.
Oh. Do you have any kids?
No, I don't.
Do you want kids?
I do. You
How old
gonna
are
give
you
me
again?
some? Huh?
How old are you?
I'm 29. How old are you?
23.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. You know, we might as well get up out of here right now.
All right, well, let's step on over here. Let's step that way real quick for me. Step that way.
Okay.
All right, so it seems like there's a little vibe here. So is it going to be a yes for you for him?
God says save souls, so yeah.
Oh, and is it a yes for you
It's
for her?
gonna be a hell yes for me.
Okay, we got a match.
right.
All right, let me take this mic and y'all can go on off. Okay.
So as y'all can see, after all that transpired, all of the people talking about he was arrogant, disrespectful, sassy, talk back too much, all of that type of stuff, he still ended up leaving the place with a match, which a lot of motherfuckers on this show don't leave with a match. A lot of these motherfuckers be going to the crib by themselves. Don't be walking out with nothing but a pop balloon. So clearly there was something there, right? Now, on the heels of all of this going crazy viral on social media, and we're talking about multiple social media platforms, whether that be Instagram, TikTok, it's got over 1 million views on YouTube alone, Twitter, etc. He came out and said that he lost his job. Okay? Let me see if I got his statement here. He says, all this clout chasing got me fired from work. Man, I really love plumbing and I'm good at it, and they got that taken from me. Y'all are sick. They called the company 500 times and are messing up business. Now, I don't know what company he worked for. You know, some people feel like the way he boosted himself up, they felt like when he was talking about being a licensed plumber and all of that good stuff, having $100K in the bank, blah, blah, blah. People felt like he must have been working for himself. He wasn't working for no other company. He must have been doing it on his own dime, you know, his own company. I don't know. But nonetheless, he comes out and claims that he lost his job due to people on social media. I think he had some back and forth with some of the ladies that were on the show that were trying to come out and speak toward his character and all of this type of stuff. I think one of the ladies that was on the show wanted all of them to do maybe like a Zoom meeting where they could record it and put it out as an episode where they could all hash it out, or go do an IG live, a group chat, IG live type thing. I guess that never happened. But what did happen is one of his ex-girlfriends came out and had some things to say about his ass. Matter of fact, it was more than something. She put out a 4-part series. She put a 4-part series out on your ass, boy. Put out a 4-piece special. Yeah. Some of that 4-piece whiting with a side of the motherfucking hush puppies. Some cocktail sauce. Yeah, I know how I do when it comes to that goddamn food now. Some of that goddamn Texas Pete. And them good crinkle fries. You feel me? So she came out with a 4-piece on your ass. Let's see what she had to say. All right. Part 1.
All right, now that we opened the can of worms, let's go ahead and talk about part 1 of Watch Who the Fuck You Date. So his name is Aaron. Aaron is my ex. We dated for a few months and it didn't last very long. And let me tell you why. He is like insane. It's like he has that little person talking to him in the corner of his shoulder at all times. Like he's making up constant stories in his head about like that I'm cheating on him, that he's got to watch his back, that I have guys in my apartment at all times, and that I'm cheating while I'm at work, when I work in a clinic full of women, by the way. So let's take it back to the beginning. So again, we met. I lived in Arizona. He lived in New Mexico. And he said, oh, I have a friend that lives in Arizona. I was actually just there. I was like, oh, dang. Well, whenever you're down here again, let's grab dinner or whatever. He's like, all right. He ended up coming, and his plan was to end up moving to Arizona anyway with his friend, right? He ended up at my house so much anyway that I was just kind of like, I mean, you kind of already live here. His clothes was there, everything. So I was like, fuck it. Just, you know, that was my mistake. So my mom ends up making dinners for us all the time. We're Mexican. We make huge dinners. And the first time he went, he met the family and everything was cool. But when we left, my mom called me and she said, are you okay? And I said, what do you mean, am I okay? She said, well, I see something in his eye, like he wants to hurt you or like he wants to control you. I don't know how to tell you because I don't want you to think that I'm crazy, but I'm just telling you to be careful. And really think about if this is the guy that you really want to be with. And I was like, well, I mean, it kind of is already in motion, you know, it's already happening. So then my mom invites us over for dinner again. I think it was the next day, and we play Loteria. And I guess he was just like, no, I don't want to go. Like he started little by little, kind of not wanting to be around my family. And I don't know if he noticed that my family didn't really like approve of him or whatever. I'm not too sure. But anyways, that was a red flag number one. It's kind of like he was already trying to distance me from my own family. You know, like the only protection that I have had is from my family, and he was trying to move me away. So when I first started talking to him, I was talking to other people, as in I had a lot of guy friends. And I don't hang out with too many girls because sometimes it can get overwhelming and a lot of drama can start. So they would still text my phone, and of course I talked to somebody else before I met him too. It kind of just ended up going in the direction with Aaron. And so they would text my phone, and he would check my phone every few hours. Every time a vibration would go off, every time I'd get a notification, he's looking at me like he wants to like literally do something to me. I don't know what was going on. It's just that look in his eyes, and you guys know because you have seen that look in the Pop the Balloon game, like this video that went viral. So he starts checking my phone every few hours. He starts to track my location. I gave him my location on my phone because I was like, I have nothing to hide, right? And I'm always either at work with him at home or with my family. So go ahead and go to part 2.
Before we get to part 2, okay? What I find interesting is he's on the show talking to these black women, and everybody that wasn't interested in him, he came out and said, "You're not qualified." You know, basically saying that you don't add up or measure up to the standard, right? Now, I don't know what this young lady, you know, how she was giving it up, what was going down during the time that they were an item. And I'm not here to judge her based on her appearance or anything like that, but you talking to these black women, calling them unqualified, and then we see this young lady, and I would say just about any of them black women that was on that show, if we're just going off of qualification on looks alone, y'all see where I'm going. Now getting past that, I'm gonna let her continue to talk. She say the motherfucker crazy. Her mama was curious about that motherfucker, had a look in his eye, had a glazing glare. You know what I'm saying? Trying to check the phone every so often. We're gonna let her keep going. I just felt like I needed to put that out there because now you're making me question what that qualification is. You feel me? But let's keep going.
All right, welcome back to part 2 of Watch Who You Date. We're talking about Aaron, the guy that went viral on Pop the Balloon game. So anyways, he starts to distance me from my family. He starts to track me. I give him my location because I had nothing to hide. Every time I would walk by the window, my location would show that I was outside. So he'd call me like, what are you doing outside? Who are you messing with at work? Why aren't you working? Like that controlling, right? Then he starts doing pop-ups at my job, and it got so bad because he would show up in his work truck while he's supposed to be at work at my job that my supervisor had to keep watching me. We had to basically like, everybody had to walk me to my car after work to make sure that I made it. And the girls would text me, hey, did you make it? Again, it's a clinic full of girls. So that was a red flag number 2. And then one time I walked outside to the cafeteria and he calls me and he's like, how did I know you were outside? So that in my head was like, circles are already turning. I go to my car to see if he put a tracker because he is capable of doing some shit like that. And I couldn't find anything. And then he pops up at my job like, don't break up with me. Don't do this. Like, I'll change. I thought I was going to catch you doing something. And I was like, how did you know I was outside, right? He said, I put my extra phone tracking you in your car and I left it on record because I was expecting to record you doing something, as in cheating on me or like messing around in your car. And I was like, I was done. After that, I was completely done. I said, get your stuff, get out of my house, and come bring me my key. And he was like, no, I'm gonna change, whatever. I went home, he was still there. He was like, let's try to work it out. I was like, you know, he already lives with me. He moved here, like whatever. And they
Gotta pause for the cause. You know, I've been through some in the past, before. You know what I mean? Before I found peace in my life with my current. You know, been through some things, and I'm gonna just say, when you find yourself in a position where you move someone in your home and you get that intuition to kick their ass the fuck out that first time you get that grumble in your stomach, that motherfucker start turning and be like, man, I gotta get away from this motherfucker. Let me be the voice in everyone's ear. And this ain't just geared toward her. This is to the community. This is to everybody that's watching. Follow that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you may find yourself feeling guilty. Like, damn, where this motherfucker gonna go? I don't want you to be out in the cold, out in the streets, out in the whatever. When your foot start itching to kick a motherfucker to the curb, follow through with the field goal. Okay? Because when you ignore that shit, you're only setting yourself up for a world of other shit to come on the heels of it. And you're going to be kicking your motherfucking self in your ass when you start thinking back to all the shit in hindsight. You're going to wish you followed that gut. All right? I'm going to let her finish though.
I was going to do it so bad. And then he went to go get coffee for me or something from Starbucks. And he was like, something's wrong with your car. And I was like, what do you mean something's wrong with my car? He's like, yeah, it started to act weird. And I was like, okay, hold on right there. My car, I have a 2019 Dodge Challenger. It's been perfectly fine. I kept up with the oil. I don't understand. All of a sudden you're driving it and something's wrong with it. Go to part 3. Part 3, and this is the last part that I'm gonna post about Aaron, the buff guy from Pop the Balloon Game and Watch Who the Fuck You Date. So he was like, yeah, your car's acting funny. I was like, no. At that point I was like, already get out of my house. Like, I don't want you here. You ain't paid one bill. You put $20 a light one time, and maybe you spent like $30 on groceries because I was gonna cook dinner one time. But my mama always told me, do not allow a man to come into your home and pay any bills, because then he's gonna feel like he has the right to either stay there or like, oh, I paid the rent, I live here too. But in all reality, everything that I had gotten was mine, and I didn't allow him any part of that. So I was like, all right, get out, whatever. He leaves. He still tried to contact me. I was like, no, get out. I grabbed my car. I went to my mom's house because I didn't want him to try to come back and to try to convince me. And that's what brings to like my mind all the time. Like, you guys tell people in abusive relationships all the time, like, you need to leave, thinking that it's easy for these women to leave. And it's not. Like, yeah, they've gotten hurt or whatever, but these women are completely head over heels in love with these men. So it's not easy to leave. So I did what I thought was best. So I went to my mom's house right after. And he's calling me like, dang, you're already at somebody else's house. You're already cheating on me. I was like, whatever. And on my way to my mom's, I start to feel that my car is starting to shake. And I'm like, dang, like, what is it? I took it to 2 different mechanics that were like, it was the spark plugs, the ignition coils. I fixed that. And then I went to another mechanic because it started to shake again. And supposedly it was the same thing. They fixed that again. So I went to a 3rd mechanic, and he's like, I think they might have put sugar in your gas tank, but I would need to take out the gas tank to make sure. And I was like, no, I don't think he would be capable of doing something like that.
Don't tell me the nigga put the sweet water in your goddamn tank. Don't tell me nigga got to put the sweetness in your tank. God damn. Motherfucker, roll bounce in your vehicle and return with sweetness in your shit. That's fucked up. And this nigga out here talking about somebody ain't qualified. Ain't that about a... Y'all know what I say.
Whatever. So I couldn't find what was wrong with it. At this point, I had moved out already because I was so scared. My mom had let me borrow money because I needed to move out before my lease was up, so he didn't know where I lived. I moved apartments. So at this point, I went and got a new car. I went to the dealership and I got a new car. I changed my car. And when I asked him, hey, did you ever find out what was wrong with my Challenger? He said, yes, there was sugar in the gas tank. So this man that claims to be very godly and studies the Bible and, practices this religion, put sugar in my gas tank, tracked my car, put a phone to record me in my car. And I would do things like say everything he needed to hear, like, yeah, I cheated on you, like, because I was so scared of him being crazy. Like, this guy has a record.
You admitted to some shit you ain't did? You admitted to cheating on a nigga when you ain't did it? Ooh, shit. Yeah, I know you got a mama. You got some brothers, some uncles, some cousins. Remember 3-4 them niggas could have held his buff ass down, got them put a on his ass. Cause if you out here admitting to some shit that never happened, you in a tough pickle. I'm gonna let this keep going and we're gonna get to part 4 because you got 4 pieces on his ass.
You guys don't know that. You guys really need to be careful who you make famous on this app. I don't want to say anything else because I feel like I already opened up a big can of worms. If you guys have any questions, I'll answer them, but I don't want to make this any more parts. Four of dating the pop the balloon game buff guy. I'm just gonna answer some questions that you guys have been asking in my chat that I haven't had a chance to answer because I actually work a full-time job and I'm a mom. That goes with question number 1. Did you lose custody of your kids? No. Their dad and I share 50-50 custody. He likes to talk shit because I don't have full custody. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, but their dad is an active father and I'm an active mother, so we share 50-50 like we should. Number 2, his sign is a Cancer. I know you guys have been asking. Number 3, I had nothing to do with him losing his job. Just because he scooped really low into a petty level and posted my kids on his TikTok and posted my phone number on his TikTok after I messaged him saying, do not involve my kids and take it down, he went and posted the video.
Now, I did not know that they were having a contentious back and forth on TikTok. I don't live on TikTok. I only go on there really to post. I see shit. But most of the TikTok content that I consume is typically from other social media platforms, and then I go find it because I don't spend time on there. It's very distracting. It's very, it's not what I need in my day. But I didn't know that y'all was having this this back and forth war on TikTok. I didn't know that he was putting out personal information about this lady here on there, talking about her kids and stuff like that. You're playing Drake games, nigga, and we see how shit ended up with Drake ass. So you need to go ahead and stop before she drop a knot like us on your ass, because she low-key did, okay? This is the year of the battle, and niggas that think they got the upper hand ain't seemingly winning. I'm gonna let her finish, though. She got a couple more seconds.
My side of the story went viral, but I'm not the only one. I just had the platform to tell my story, but there is at least 6 other girls with the same exact story. So I had nothing to do with it. Number 4, just because you're gonna scoop low, I'm not gonna scoop lower.
So there we have it. Black Popeye the Sailor Man, you have been exposed. She said you moved out to Phoenix with $1 and a dream, didn't contribute no motherfucking money to the household, only put a couple dollars down for a couple bills, was living up in her shit rent free. You had your phone living up in her goddamn car, note free. You know what I'm saying? You taking her shit for a spin, got the nerve to bring the car back with the sugar in the tanker. Come on, dog. You're controlling, you're manipulating. And she said it's 6 other women that have the same exact word for word, bar for bar, Soulja Boy, tell them story about your ass. But yet you come online complaining that motherfucker done got you fired from work because you took your ass on a goddamn Pop the Balloon show and they popping your balloon ass. Now, I stand on what I said in the beginning. the things that he said on the show, I did not feel all that triggered about. I'm sure some other people, I'm sure some women do, because men may talk to you in that fashion, and there may be something that comes along with that, you know what I mean? Because words is only one thing, but actions speak louder, you know what I'm saying? So I understand anybody that may have dealt with someone of his kind and felt like, nah, I'm reminded of tendencies, patterns, things like that. I understand that, and I won't discredit that at all because I don't got to live through it. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't see too much wrong with what he said on the show. But now that things have come to the light, now that she's come out and said that he's trying to put information out about her and her family, trying to make it seem like she's a bad mother and all of this different type of stuff, that speaks more to your character. And I don't rock with that shit. I don't like that shit. I don't fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? So if they got you fired, go find your ass another job. They doing interviews with this nigga on YouTube now. People are low-key trying to turn him into an influencer all of a sudden. This nigga out here selling t-shirts. This nigga doing all type of shit, man. Pre-orders, the whole shit. This motherfucker finna launch a business, and he may not be doing no more plumbing ever again other than with the next woman who take a chance on his ass, if you know what I mean. That's all I've got for y'all on this show. Be sure to let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Become an insider where we have these types of conversations on the daily, sometimes multiple times per day. And I will catch y'all on the next one. All right? And this video will be coming out hopefully, based on the way YouTube is acting. It should be Wednesday. Ken and Friends Pop Out should be coming on in hours. And what I'm thinking of doing is after the show concludes, probably hopping on live or at least recording a video to do a recap of the show in its entirety. I won't be able to stream live because, of course, this is filming via Amazon, and I don't want to run the risk of them running content ID because they do. So I won't probably be live streaming. I may do something before the show, but most likely I can guarantee after the show I'm going to be taking notes and come talk about all the festivities, all right? Much love and respect. I will catch y'all later. Y'all be safe out there. Peace!
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.